It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Come on. Hey. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
He finds his man complete. That's Horton. And he gets us up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 6.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
Panther 11, Panther 11, 19, 18, 19 Lions.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Completes it again to Dallas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
60 back, Cup 19, Cup 19. 19 tight, 19 tight, go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jumbo. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game you play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he will take this one in for a Seattle touchdown. His 6th touchdown on the ground, number 7 overall. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
And And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Lawrence will throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Hey, Lion.
Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Escapes the defender. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Let's go now.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
19-18, Pioneer. Go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. There's a sure one caught by Arroyo.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Third and 4.
19 Lions. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Warriors 70. Traffic.
They'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Seahawks at 11-2 now. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Let's go. 70, Dragon 60.
Back to throw again. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
On the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Here we go, start.
They'll look to throw again. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. 7 yards there, and a 1st down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Come on, 7 Pirates, 60 Eagles, 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
He'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks add 6 to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year? And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now Lawrence to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another 1st down. Now Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
11, hey, Lion. Hey, Ginger, top. Go, let's go.
Now Lawrence. This is caught. And they aren't able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Seahawks force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now it's the backup Darnold. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. Down the right sideline. He may go. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba. An even 90 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fighting his now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On the left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. First down, here's Mitchell. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. His throw incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. These two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. Now a 2nd and 10.
Red 80. Red 80.
Here's Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready, ready. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Dragon 60.
He'll look to throw. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Panther 60, 70 Rangers. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Looking to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Second and goal from the 1. Walker. And he is going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defense holds here on the final play of the half. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive. But get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
11, take right open.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Boye Mafe. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
That's taken on the 25. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Bobcats, just Cup 19, Cup 19.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that's the third interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Troy Horton, 69 yards. And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Hey, go! Here we go.
Right back to Mitchell here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And Lawrence now going to move him around. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. And it is caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
Hey, kill. Take right open.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
That's caught. It's Flowers. Touchdown, 49ers. Zay Flowers, 34 yards. And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
The 49ers will line up for the two-point conversion.
They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Still shedding tackles. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass caught, Arroyo right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Mustang 79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Elijah Arroyo, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull up. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Second down in the yard.
Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy 80. Warrior 70.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ready? 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Back to throw here. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
How about that? Well, the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Mustang 19. 79 Broncos. 19 tight. 19.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Horton. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
Elijah Arroyo with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Seahawks stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Throwing on second and long. Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Buffalo 860 Maverick.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Arroyo. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Elijah Arroyo. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Able to slither by. And he returns this to the 22.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
22
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Hey, Lion. Hey, son, touch.
Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over in that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape.
Hey, go. Son, 11. Think right open. Go.
Lawrence will throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Think right. On the red.
Now Lawrence to throw. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, easy. Route. Hey, I'm gun. 11, again. Go.
Now Lawrence. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Seahawks. First down.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Liking 18.
Back to Walker on first down. Gets past one man. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here we go, here we go. 70 line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw out wide to Walker. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Myers for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace where the other offense are going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, that held up there a long time, but it falls innocently and incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that